Good morning, everybody. This is the devotion for January the 6th. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope your morning started off good and it's going to end up good. Um, the devotion for today is when your husband has given up. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your work. My soul knows it very well. Psalms 139, 13 and 14. I know the heart ripping hopelessness of a relationship unraveling, the silence, the rejection, the harsh words, the absence of intimacy, the questions, the lack of answers that hurt. In the early days and months that followed the shattering discovery of my husband's affair, I remember wishing I could be put to sleep like you have to have surgery. Why is why is it they only call it anesthesiologist when you're surgically cut open? When you are being ripped open emotionally, it's no less painful. The shock and heartbreak in relationship impl- implosion impacted every level of my life. Nothing was left untouched or damaged, and I felt the harsh realities every single day. Days turned into months, months turned into years, and slowly I turned into someone I didn't recognize. My strong but normally carefree spirit became a confusing mix of anxiety, panic attacks, and soul blinding pain. So intense, I thought that I'd never feel healthy again or regain a sense of normalcy again. And because I'd been through so much, that was so hard to process. A darkness started to cloud me and my outlook that used to be so optimistic. I'm forever grateful my marriage has been reconciled, but that does not mean the road to healing from something so heartbreaking has been easy or that the journey hasn't felt painfully long. This is why my heart aches for anyone in a marriage that is struggling. And I think one of the deepest hurts comes when one spouse resigns while the other one is still trying. There is a panic that arises to somehow make the other person wake up and stop their resignation and stop their destruction. A situation like this is much more complicated than simple answers I could offer here. And whether you're married or not, I want to give you one stepping stone upon which to stand today in whatever situation you feel panicked in. Decide today that you are worthy. Because you are. You're worthy. You may not feel like it, but a but a quick glimpse at Psalms 139 assures me that you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. But God who cares for you, who loves you, and I'd rather depend on that solid truth of God than the roller coaster of fickle feelings. You are beautiful and captivating and smart and capable. But if you are in a relationship full of unmet expectations, unresolved issues, and frustrating communication, I suspect you feel less, a little less than all I've described. Broken down relationships can really break down a woman. And if you're anything like me, when you feel broke down, those around you get your worst. Then upon all that hurt and anxiety, you lay a regret and shame and the feeling that you've lost yourself and ready to take on the world. Can I whisper a tender truth to you? The only way to recapture her is to come up for air and remember you are unworthy because the creator of life and universe says you are. Then you can act worthy and step aside from the emotional yuck to make some level-headed decision. Get a plan. Talk to wise people who love you. Provide good godly counsel and will walk through this journey with you. Draw some healthy and helpful boundaries with your husband if some are needed. Pray like crazy and pray like crazy for discernment because Jesus is the best source of help. Honest cries for help, lifted up to Jesus, will not go unheard. He sees, he knows, he loves, and Jesus will direct you as long as you stick with him. Remember, you can't always control how others view you, and you can't always control how others act and react, but you can control how you act and react. I pray your relationship survives. I pray it with every fiber of my being. But if it doesn't, I pray most of all, the beautiful woman you are rises above all and clean and excuse me, y'all. I pray most of all that the beautiful woman you are rises above all that fell apart, still clinging tightly to the only opinion that matters, the one who forever calls you worthy. Dear Lord, when my marriage is struggling, I feel so consumed with pain and fear. Help me, please, Lord. I need to, I need to hold on to your truths that I am worthy, and God, please, please let me show and God, please show me the wise and healing steps I can take right now. In Jesus' name. Throughout my life, I've said this before. Um, Even when we weren't really taught, I knew God was there. And I knew my prayers worked and were heard. I prayed for a good husband, and it happened. And, there's just several things I prayed for that I saw God in. And if I wish anything on you, for you, is I pray that your prayers are answered and that you can see the answers. Um, and I hope y'all all have a beautiful and wonderful day. I'm here if you need me. You can message me on Discord or email me. God bless y'all.